Your head shaved.
I shaved my head.
Yeah, so we shaved his head the other day, and I just cut my bangs, and that's how quarantine is going.
We're thriving.
We're thriving. We're like doing the two things that people are like, girls when they cut their bangs, or like guys when they shave their heads.
I know.
And we're making a podcast.
Yeah, and I'm making music.
Right, like we're thriving.
But hey, everyone.
We're thriving.
Welcome to AuraCast, episode 3.
Oh yeah, it's 3.
We were gonna have like a guest for
Yeah.
this episode.
But since
had him
everything's
lined up and
happening-
everything.
Right, but since everything went down,
Yeah.
we figured it would be just better to like, well now it's required, but to just do it
Yeah,
by ourselves.
self-quarantine.
Self-quarantine.
Yeah, I think. Also, we don't think that like us alone, the podcast format.
Still,
Like we don't want to
works
keep doing like an hour-long podcast
of just like
because
conversation between
it's
us, because
just
like,
us.
yeah,
I think the cool thing about the podcast idea
Is
and the
introducing
second
new
episode
people.
is talking with a new person and seeing what they
Exactly.
think. So what we're going to try to do is like shorter 20, 30,
20,
45-minute videos at the most.
And then
and do like
do some challenges, or
yeah.
do just like fun things to keep everyone like lighthearted, like
Mm-hmm.
just little things to keep it going.
Yeah, I think this video is going to be more of like a, hi, how's everyone doing? We're alive. This is what we're doing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just like talking about like update on the whole
on what's
situation
happening
we're
with
in.
the
Yeah.
quarantine, exactly. So
So,
like
yeah,
as of
so-
now, we're at his house.
Yeah, Laura's staying with me and my family.
I've been here for like, this is day 8 or 9.
Something straight, yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been annoying.
It's been wild.
I
He shaved his head.
have to bleep it already. Come on, man. Okay.
Well, it's okay.
But
I've
no.
been painting. Oh, so I've been painting a lot of things.
Okay, plug.
And I'm gonna plug it right now. And please go to
We
my
have black tea.
Instagram
with
and
milk.
check it out. And let me know if you'd like to buy one.
But yeah, we have some here. Hold on. Let's show them.
Okay.
You can show them. There's that one.
They're relatively cheap. They're like these are $5 because they're on like this like cardboard. And then I don't know if you can really see them.
I made
But
one.
those are two, and that's his.
It's terrible. Buy it. It's only like it's 50 cents. How much are yours?
These are $5.
Mine's $1.
And then I'm working on a big one, which is gonna be like 15, 20. But that's a surprise.
Yeah, I think like the main thing for this like whole quarantine situation is like we figured out, we got everything figured out. We're here safe. We've been navigating like going to the store, wearing masks, wearing gloves. Like we're all
Sanitizing
fine.
everything.
So I think what we've been focusing on now is like, what do we do?
I think the main part is to just like stay productive and creative in whatever way you can. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be making art and doing things, but like do stuff that furthers you as a person.
Do stuff.
You know?
We all have a lot more time now. Like even
Yeah.
because we're still in like school, we still have online classes
Right.
for
But like
for college.
this break is really nice.
But yeah, we have like a ton more time, especially like this spring break. Like you're not going anywhere. You can't go out and party for spring break. So like I have all this extra time. What am I doing with it?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do something that when I look back, like 10 years from now, I'm like, I remember that when I had all that extra time, I like did stuff.
And, like,
I
I
made
have-
this thing.
And like I have progress from it. Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't just let it be the worst time of my life. I didn't just
Right.
settle into like the mediocrity of it. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. People doing all the social media challenges. While I see the benefit of like interacting with people,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if that's all you're doing all day, like people will be posting them from morning to night, morning to night,
9
all
a.m.
day,
till midnight.
every filter, everything, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
And some of them are cute.
Some of
like
them
the
are fun.
couple
No,
one
some
where
of
you go
them are
like
so cute
this.
and
That
fun.
one's cute, and it's like
love
okay.
those. But if that's consuming your whole day, like
It's like you can find something better to do.
all you're gonna come out with of this quarantine with is that sucked,
Oh, I
and
was
I
so
hated.
bored.
I was so bored.
I felt so disconnected.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, we feel disconnected too. Like, I haven't seen my friends. I barely have any friends to begin
I've
with,
only
and I haven't
FaceTimed
seen
Alec
them.
like twice. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, but I've been like doing stuff. Like I'm about to release this EP I've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's like every introvert's dream.
right, and it's not even like that. It's just like you can find something to do that's productive, that's keeping you creative,
Mm-hmm.
that's keeping you just like working toward a goal.
Yeah. Like, and having the goal, like, seen through. And not just, like, having a goal and then not having the time to do it. Now we're, like,
Right, we have the
gifted
time.
this time. Like, this quarantine is very upsetting. But
Oh,
it's
it's-
almost like a gift
Yeah.
in a certain extent. Like,
And I
the
think that,
universe is giving us, like, a little pause. A
Yeah.
little, like, breath
and I think you could
to
take
create.
the time to enjoy it too. Like
Yeah.
we've been creating, but
Oh,
also
we've
like
been-
we've been like sitting out in nature in my backyard, like in
Right.
and just for like hours.
Something
and
that
it's
we've
like,
never done because, like, we'd always go to a park.
Right.
And, like, now we're like, well, the backyard's there. Like,
And the backyard is beautiful.
the whole world is there for you, like, once this is gone.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. It just makes you realize how much of life you can actually, like, enjoy.
Mhm. It makes you realize how like none of this stuff matters.
No.
Like
At the
this
end
is
of
a
the
bad
day,
outbreak. Like this is a very bad pandemic.
It's
But it's
world.
still like
worldwide.
yesterday I got to like 1 million cases worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
That's like nothing in the grand scheme of things. But it just reminds you like, man, if this was, which it is bad, but if this was like a plague, like everyone
Like,
was just
everyone was
dying,
yeah,
this
dropping.
it could be that. Like this is all, it's just like
it
nothing
could
is
come as
guaranteed
quickly
in
as
life.
that.
Yeah, and we wouldn't even know. There'd be nothing we could do. We could have next year there could be a disease that comes and it's just the human killing disease and everyone gets it and everyone dies and that's it. So it's like this time,
Right, like
this
we need an
quarantine,
arc.
it's terrible, but it's like a
It
wake up
puts-
call for those of us that aren't getting it, that aren't being directly affected, although we all are.
Yeah.
But
And
it's like it's just
puts
a
lot
reminder, like
into perspective.
Mhm.
Like, we're on a rock floating in space,
circling the sun.
circling the sun, and we put so much emphasis on, like, products and money and trying to climb your way to the top of a business chain, and, like, that's what this society has, like American society has put their beliefs into, and it's like that is such a small part in the machine. It's like such a small cog. Like, there's so much more that we don't even have time to think about as Americans. Like, it's wild.
And it's also just like that's not everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's other cultures that's not their thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Their thing is to like just enjoy nature and go out and fish for
Right.
their food.
And it's like we're finally given that opportunity.
Yeah. I think it's also
For just,
like
a second, like our generation.
I think some people are downplaying this too much.
Yeah.
And like I get downplaying it in the sense that like, okay, not everyone's gonna die. We know that. Like it's not like
And, like,
I mean, unless it like the
most likely
virus
am going
mutates.
to be okay.
Yeah. But this is going to change the way our society works.
There's no
Like
way.
it's not gonna be, oh, coronavirus cured. Let's say they cure it tomorrow. Coronavirus cured. It's not all gonna go back to normal.
No, flu season's gonna kick up in fall and be like, I'm back.
And it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Like every big outbreak has like a minor. It's like a earthquake.
spike.
Like there's like smaller tremors later on, but like also in terms of people, like companies are now operating completely online.
Solely
Everyone's
from
just
home.
calling in,
You're right.
and I think a lot of companies are saying like, we could do this always. We don't need
And
to
we'd
meet
save
in
a lot of
person."
money.
And so I think it's gonna be like a big world changing thing. We're also gonna go into a depression. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's just gonna happen.
because companies won't have the same amount of money to pay workers who won't be buying the same amount of stuff, and companies can't get out their products fast enough.
Hmm.
Like,
It's very scary.
we're living in
We're literally-
a very changing time.
We're just a species.
Like, yeah. Like, we're
like
just
we're
a
just like
species.
birds. We're like wolves. We're we could just
We could
go
be knocked
extinct.
out tomorrow.
And people don't realize that. People are just
I
too
think
busy.
it's because people feel like humans are too powerful.
But we're not.
But it's
People
like-
think we're the center of everything. But literally
We are
all we
not
do
more
is ruin
powerful
stuff.
than Mother Earth. She could snap this all back in 2 seconds. She'll
And
be
she
like,
has. Like coronavirus
"Get in
hits.
check."
Now the waters in Venice are clear. Like
She's
the
like-
world is healing
she's like,
itself
"Treat
right
me
now.
right." you need to treat me right.
It's just
It is healing itself.
It's a
though.
very weird time.
But it's cool.
It's
While it's tragic, and I mourn for anyone who knows someone who had it or anything like that, I just can't help seeing it as such a blessing. Like, I can't help seeing the good in all of this. Like, it's so, I don't know, it's just like a wake-up call for so many people, I feel like. And we've been, like, praying for something like that. Like, the people have been wanting their eyes to be open, and now it's finally happening, and everyone's scared, but it's exciting.
I think some people aren't letting it affect them.
I know.
Too. Like the people who are on social media all the time.
Right.
I think it's like affecting them, but they're not like...
Maybe not those people. I don't know.
They're not like realizing the benefit.
Depends on the person, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a very weird time that we're in right now.
It is.
And it's scary. It's so scary.
It's like everything that was certain in life, like graduating from college or getting a job once you graduate, like your whole path. Now maybe it won't happen. Like, we're not graduating. I mean, we're graduating.
But we're not walking.
We're not walking.
I mean, they said it's postponed. Okay, till when? I'm not going. I didn't want to walk in the first place. Like, I wanted to walk because it's like, okay, I graduated. I put in all that work. I want to, it'd be nice to go on the stage and have my family clap for me. I'm like the first one in my immediate family to graduate from college. So it'd be like
so it's
a
cool.
thing. But like, didn't want to walk. And now it's like, I can't walk. And now it's like, kind of wish I could walk.
It's like, dang, I kind of want to walk.
Why didn't I want to walk?
Right. But that's cool. It changed your perspective on that stuff.
That's true.
Because it's like how quickly things seem so normal. It's like the second it's taken away, you're like, hang on, that was like something that I was thankful for. Like, that was part of my plan.
Yeah. It's just crazy now.
Because
I know
turned upside down.
Like, I got an email from one of the jobs I applied for that's like, not hiring. Like, sorry. Well, when we're hiring again, like, they're not hiring because of all this.
Right.
So they're like, when we're hiring again, if we thought you were a good candidate, we'll contact you.
Yeah.
It's scary. I feel like we're going to, like, our graduating class is going to be, like, the most unemployed graduating class after graduating.
How do you think we can get out of it? Like, do you think the solution is creating jobs ourselves, or would the solution be to, like, help the economy? Like, I don't know.
I think it depends.
What our next steps are.
I think
it
just depends what you want to do in life.
That's
like, I know like you and me both want to create art. So I think, like, finding a way to make that a job would be beneficial. Because, I mean, during this whole quarantine, people are just inside watching movies. So it's like, hello, art is very important.
Yeah.
So I feel like that, it kind of helps us. But at the same time, I think it's going to be hard to fix, because how do you fix it? I know my steps moving forward, but man, I couldn't imagine working for the government. Like, how do we fix this? It's like, no idea,
I have no
dude.
idea. Like, I'm racking my brain.
I'm just trying to live at this point.
I really do feel like this is making people more, like, aware of how important art is, though. Because they're like, I'm in my house all day. What do I do except for either create, watch
movies,
a movie, listen to music, play a video game,
watch TV.
Like, these are all the entertainment factors of life. I remember I did a project my senior year, and it was like, create your perfect utopia society. It's like post-apocalyptic. You have to create a society. And everyone was like, oh, we need doctors, and we need
like police,
businessmen, and we need, like, everyone in charge of money, bankers. And I was like, okay, what about, like, entertainers? Like, we need entertainers, like, some form of entertainment. And they were all like, what? That's stupid. Like, you don't need that in a society. And
bro,
like,
yes, you do.
Do you not, like, realize how much you put into, like, they're like, yeah, but you don't need to survive with it.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go to work 9 to 5 every day, and then come home and sleep, and then go back and eat.
And then go back and live like a robot. I was like...
No way, dude.
Because I was like, I don't know. I was just like, do you not see the importance of art?
This was in high school?
But people really didn't see it. They were like, in a utopian society, like, we won't... That's not a necessity. I was like, it's
that happens all the time, though.
Because, like, for your mental health, for your entertainment, for everything, just, like, fun in life. I feel like that's part of, like, everything just, like, free spirit and fun in life.
I just think that's like also like a thing that happened in high school a lot. Like you would be like making friends in high school. They'd be like, "Oh, you're in theater? Why?"
What are you gonna do?
And it's like that's lame. It's like okay, so like you watch a movie,
And
that's lame.
You think that
Everyone
lame?
doing it is
you
lame?
think that they're all lame? Okay, cool.
Like
then
no.
never watch another movie.
That's
again.
the thing is like people think, "Oh, art. We don't need art." And then it's like, "Okay, what's your favorite movie?" Oh yeah, they can name that right away.
Favorite TV show, favorite book, favorite.
You can name all that
painting.
stuff right away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I think people tell themselves that art isn't necessary, but then once you tell them, like, okay, how many times you watch a movie? How many movies have you seen? How many TV shows have you watched? How many books have you read? How many paintings have you looked at? Have you ever been to the Museum of Art in Atlanta? Then people are like, you got a point. You got a point. Art is important.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. It's just...
If art was ever taken away, though, I don't know what I'd do. Like, if they were like, you can't
do art.
Do art.
It's like...
I'd be like...
I don't know. I'd be like a dude from Into the Wild.
Right. I would just escape. I'd be like, I'm going to go
live
in the woods.
Yeah.
I haven't even had a sip of my tea yet.
Dude, it's so good. Black tea.
With milk.
No sugar. With milk. With almond milk. With hint of honey, I think it is, right? Something like that. It's so very good. Highly recommend it.
Best thing ever.
All right. But yeah.
How long has this been so far?
Like, I don't know. 20 minutes? 15 minutes? I don't know.
We don't know when to cut it off now.
Because we like used to tie it in like when we started. It's been like 20 minutes.
Okay. Do we want to wrap it up or do we want to say one more thing?
I feel like we could wrap it up.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we talked about what's happening with us and
current issues and our thoughts on them.
Mm-hmm. Next time, we're definitely going to do like a challenge thing or like a game. Just something to keep it fun.
If you have an idea or something, recommend it like in the comments or like message one of us. Be like, hey, this is a good idea.
This would be fun.
This would be fun. We'll try to take some like suggestions.
Also, like start conversations in the comments. Like, let us know how you're doing with this situation. Let us know if there's anything you're worried about.
Right. Let's all stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're watching it from, too, either YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, just leave a comment somewhere.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll see you next time on
AuraCast.